professional. No, goddamn it. You're muted, what? And daring, it's iconic. Cheese breaks, fave breaks, staying hydrated. It's shorty time. She's a fucking delight. Trial watching, trials and tribulations. It's Camp Shorty calling all nations. What are you drinking? Shall we skip this part? Left or right-handed? Shit, she slid it to the start. She's a fucking professional. No, goddamn it. You're muted, what? And daring, it's iconic. Cheese breaks, fave breaks, staying hydrated. It's shorty time. She's a fucking delight. Psychology corner. Let's learn about stuff. New Miss Shorty music. Calling their bluff. Best chat, best community. We've got the best mods. A safe, supportive sanctuary full of fun and love. Rock out with your cats out. Curse all you want. And here at Camp Shorty, we even say cunt. She's a fucking professional. You goddamn it. You're muted, what? And daring, it's iconic. Cheese breaks, fave breaks, staying hydrated. It's shorty time. She's a fucking delight. Hey, shorties, what's going y'all? Get in here, shorties. Let's fucking go. Camp Shorty. Camp Shorty. Camp Shorty. Camp Shorty.
Excellent. Thanks. Muted. I had it muted before and camera off. So hi, everyone. Great start. Shall we start again? No, we won't. I had it muted before because I was doing stuff on my StreamYard, and then I undid the stop cam and undid the mute, but because the song was playing, it goes no unmute. And so we'll start again. On mute, yes. Hi, it's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me. Unfortunately, Joey didn't play any fucking crickets in my ear. Hi, I start again. Hi, what the fuck? Good to see you. Muted, yes. Hi, Princey. Hi, Amber. Nick, yes. Hi, muted, yes. Hi. Fucking professional. See, that's it. It's not often that we start off the stream with this, but I think it's probably rather fitting, isn't it? Professional. It's me. Well, exactly. Oh, Poppy, god damn it. Please, man. I love you. I'll give you treats in a minute, Poppy. What am I going to play here? Oh, there's so many videos now in the StreamYard chat. We'll play this.
You are unmuted.
Thank goodness. I am now.
Well.
Hi, see, Candy's in the house. Hi, Candy. Good to see you. Are you here to see all of the fun stuff to do with the end of the Rocky trial? What sort of fun stuff, you ask? I'm not sure. Maybe Linda Kenney Baden and Michael Bryant will be joining us in about 25 minutes. Treats for the dogs. Wow! I can't believe it. I can believe it. Friends of the channel from Just to Serve TV. How exciting! I'm so excited that I muted myself. Lol. There it is. She says absolutely. Absolutely. Good. Well, hey, not many people watching at the moment. It's very early on a Friday on the East Coast in the States, even earlier on the West Coast. But hi, Dizzy. Yay, Dizzy's rolling in. Hey. Good to see you. You missed the part where I was muted, Dizzy. That's all right. I know Dizzy's used to some muting of YouTubers with Barb. So she'll feel right at home here, right, Diz? Good to see you. Wait, let me change this for starters, because this was for the intro, but I'm going to put it on this. Rocky, wait. This. I've even done a layout for 3 people on the screen so that we can still see Rocky on the screen. Yes, Dizzy, hilarious. Why am I like this? Well, you know, it's a mystery. Joey could probably help you understand why I'm like this. Poor Joey has to deal with me many times a day. He understands full well the problems that are me. Hi, Shorty. Hey, Joey. Good to see you. Fancy. Yeah, I've got fancy stuff. Hey, fun fact. So this week, Nick did learn this week that ASAP Rocky is in a relationship with Rihanna and that they have 2 children together. You're welcome. Yes. Who knew? Nick? Well, Nick didn't know. Let me see. Because Nick's here. We'll probably just do a little bit of this.
It's good for them. I'm happy. But I just want to make sure that I am still held in the highest esteem of the system. It's not a deal breaker, but I'd like to know. Thank you.
I mean, Nick, if ever there was a deal breaker, it might be that you didn't know that Rihanna and ASAP Rocky were like a power couple. Hey, what have we got? I'm just thinking, what order should we do this? Let's firstly, because that's okay. Well, let's firstly watch. We all do. I mean, Nick also teaches us a lot of things about where the benchmark or the standards lie for what cheese is acceptable to purchase and from where. So we're all learning. We're on a journey all together, right? Do you know what I think? What I might do is I might just play one new song if it's there. Actually, there's plenty of songs. God knows. I've just been listening to my playlist from start to finish. I started listening to it over 2 hours ago, and it's still not over. So that's just back-to-back music. But let me see. There is a couple of newies. I don't know if they're all here, but I know there's a bunch of them that are. Let me see. Okay. One song. I don't think it'll be too loud. Let me know. I mean, it's too late once it's loud. Just watch your earballs.
Sirens, emergency. White bird's gonna fall for me. Stay away, I'm warning you. Magnetic power, danger, it's true. Since the dawn of time, the apple and the serpent, honeypot pull. From the first moment, enthralling and beguiling, comes so natural, never intentional, nothing you can do. Sirens, emergency, white birds gonna fall for me. Stay away, I'm warning you. Magnetic power, danger, it's true. Blessing and a curse. Why can't we just be friends? No, you need to inhale her intoxication. Don't say I didn't warn you. Fully everywhere. Enter at your own risk, sir. Enter if you dare. Sirens, emergency. White bird, don't fall for me. Stay away, I'm warning you. Magnetic power, danger is true. Marilyn, Cleopatra, Helen of Troy, Ingrid Bergman, Angelina, Catherine Zeta, Casablanca and Zendaya, Hedy Lamar. Best if you just look, don't touch, and lust from afar. Sirens, emergency. White bird, don't fall for me. Stay away, I'm warning you. Magnetic power, danger is true. Over and over and over again. Head over heels, they're falling again. Almost embarrassing, all these hapless men falling in love, and then sirens, emergency. White bird, don't fall for me. Stay away, I'm warning you. Magnetic power, danger is true. Best if you just look, don't touch, and lust from afar.
Well, like this one, Candy? I don't fuck with you. You little stupid ass bitch. I am fucking with you. That one? Yes. Hey, shall we watch? Thanks. What the fuck? It's a vibe. Let's watch the few minutes, the moment that ASAP Rocky was declared not guilty. The only verdict we would have accepted. Poppy, could you? Like, I love you, but could you not? Love your face. Don't love the panting, and that's okay. Let's see. Where will I be on the screen? Oh, am I there? No, wait. No, yes. Good. It's all how I planned it. Poppy, please. Goodness gracious. Is it the start? Yes. What's the volume like? Full. What's the speed like? Normal. Amazing. It'll be hopefully louder than... Anyway, let's do it.
9, you are the foreperson? Yes. And it is true that the jury has reached verdicts? Yes, Your Honor. On both counts? Yes, Your Honor. All right, do you have the verdict form with you? Yes, Your Honor. All right, could you give those to Deputy Bennett?
Oh. Do you know how much of a professional I am, Amber? And I was on time. Like, that's in itself a feat. But also, Amber, welcome to memberships. Lovely. I think you're going to enjoy it here. But I tweaked the layouts and I realized, oh, wait. Oh, Missy, hi. Just in time to see the verdict. Do you know what happened here? Just kidding. I tweaked the format, the layouts a bit and made this screen here bigger so we can see it. This was all when I was like, oh, wow, I should be in the shower right now. Oh, I forgot to do a whole lot of stuff. So that. But look, it's bigger. That's what she said. Let's keep going. Poor Mr. Flexback, Mr. Tacopina, Mr. Rocky, Mr. Mayers, and Chad. Not sure Chad's name, first surname, but Chad. All waiting with literal bated breath to see what the future would hold for Mr. ASAP Rocky. And chat, how about all of us in the Justice Serve TV chat going, what do you mean it's going to be 2 more hours? I'm sorry, wait, what? Wow. Poppy. Okay. Please, Poppy. Can you not, please? Yikes, Poppy, I can't.
All right, what we're going to do is Deputy
Bennett did go
verdict
fast, didn't it? Hi,
one.
Bussy. Goodness gracious.
Juror number 1, I want you to look at the verdict forms, and I'm going to want to know whether these verdict forms...
This was wild, wasn't it, chat?
Juror 2, I'd like you to look over her shoulder so you can review the verdict forms. And I want to know from you
The
whether these
agony
are
and the
your true correct
angst
verdicts.
of this
Once I've heard
Jim
from
Jones
both of you,
moment.
give the verdict
Roy
forms to juror
Orbison.
number 3. Juror 3, look at the verdict forms. Juror 4, look over her
We'll
shoulder.
go through it again.
Ultimately, I'm going to want to hear from all 12 of you whether these verdict forms reflect your individual true and correct verdicts. Everybody understand? All right. You gotta put these two in the forms.
I'm off, Joey. I'm off. You do it. Joey, take the wheel. Nick, I'm not sure whether it's this particular suit, but if you haven't watched it already, I'm going to play a little clip out of it later. But Justice Serve TV's interview with jury consultant Dr. Michelle Ward, she said that Joe's Taylor, Mr. Tacopina, had his tailor embroider "not guilty" under the collar of one of his suits. Not sure whether it's this particular stylish tailor-made suit, but cool, huh? Meanwhile, A$AP Rocky released a cologne called Guilty. Yikes. That ass.
Juror number 1,
Not even
those are two
thirsty.
correct verdicts. Juror number 2?
Yes.
Juror 3 and 4?
Yes. He's self-soothing, Mr. Tacopina. I do that too. Does anyone else sway when they're self-soothing?
Juror 5, are those your true and correct verdicts? Yes. Juror 6? All right, let's get the verdict forms to Juror 7. Juror 8, look over your shoulder. Juror number 7, those are your true and correct verdicts? Juror 7?
Imagine.
Juror 8?
Yes.
Rocky actually looks really calm, doesn't he? More calm than Joe. Yes. Oh, hi, Tim.
Yes. Juror 10?
Yes.
11 and 12.
It's a self-soothing thing. It's a stim. We are so glad you're here.
Juror 11?
Yes.
Juror 12?
Yes.
All right, all jurors have stated that the
Sir,
verdict forms reflect their individual true and correct verdicts.
at risk of breaking the suspense or perhaps building it, Nick, are you suggesting that Mr. Joe Tacopina spills food on himself? I mean, I do. That suit would be absolutely a wreck with me. First time I wore it. Otherwise, it'd be beautifully immaculate for the entire time I wore it. I don't think Mr. Tacopina spills food, Nick. He's way more of a class act than either of us. I mean, obviously, I'm at the low end of that spectrum, but
Alex, read this.
Yes, Your Honor.
100% Princey. Oh, I'm going to pause it again because that
This is for a court.
pause. Cliffhanger. Our live. We've got another stream coming up in a couple of hours at what's it going to be? My time 11, your time 7 or Eastern. We're launching the Miss Shorty merch site. Oh my God, the merch store. So exciting. The official launch is so good. And I've got an unboxing because Joey sent me a parcel that had arrived yesterday. Yay. And then at 8 Eastern, midday my time, a really important stream about neurodivergence, masking and other characteristics in late diagnosed or undiagnosed or self-diagnosed autistic folk, not necessarily only women, although that's what the thumbnail says. I think it's going to resonate with, dare I say, almost all of us. I'm not even kidding. So good. But shall we see the moment when Rocky jumps over the barricade and into Rhiannon's arms? Rihanna.
Los Angeles.
Let's do it.
People of the state of California versus Joaquin Mayers. Case number BA 508142-01. We, the jury in the above entitled action, find the defendant, Joaquin Mayers, not guilty of
Wow. So wow, I'm probably going to cry. So that blonde lady there, that's Michelle Ward, Dr. Michelle Ward, who is the jury consultant. I was listening to this moment, not watching it because I was at work. I just had it in my earbuds, so I didn't see that. I heard the cheer, but I didn't see the dive that Rocky did. Amazing.
Hold it down. Verdict has to be read.
Repeat again. We, the jury, above any type of action, find the defendant, Rakeem Mayers, not guilty of semi-automatic firearm in violation of Penal Code Section 245, Section B, a felony charging count 1 of the information this 18th day of February 2025, jury seat number 9, 4 person.
All right.
Title of court cause. We, the jury, above any type of
I'm
action,
tearing up
find
now,
the
Missy.
defendant, Rakeem Mayers, not guilty of the crime of assault with firearm in violation of Penal Code Section 245, Section B, a felony of charging count 2 of the information this 18th day of February 2025, juror seat number 9, 4 person.
During this trial,
I'm
I
all
watched
sweaty.
you periodically. You did
Hang on.
what we asked of you at the very beginning, which is to give both sides a fair trial, pay attention, use your common sense, apply the law, and base your verdict on the evidence. I know you took extensive notes, and you took this as seriously as any jury could. We cannot have jury trials without folks like you. So you certainly have my gratitude. I want to extend to you my best wishes. Again, thank you. The admonition to not discuss the case no longer applies. You can talk about the case with anybody if you want to, or nobody if you don't want to. Alex has your certificates of completion. You can take your juror badge.
Walk away, Candy. We'll see you later, maybe. Hi, daughter.
Everybody remain seated in the public. We're going to let the jurors walk out first.
Bravo, jurors. Bravo. So that's pretty cool, huh? Wait, pause. Wow. So cool. So cool. Love. What an emotional roller coaster. What the fuck says the way Rocky held in all emotion throughout the trial. He was so strong, but then he just erupted in joy, right? Oof. It's Mayers, but yes, Mayers. Wouldn't it be more fun to see the Mayers team let out a loud, oh, fuck it. What? No. I think, are you getting your names mixed up, Tim? Me too. Whoever Tim is, I mean, fuck. Wow. Poppy, please. So coming up in a little while, just a short while, we have the ever amazing, effervescent, delightful Linda Kenney Baden and the charming, charismatic, and I feel like he's a little bit of a funny guy. He lets his humor sneak through quite often from Justice Serve TV. But shall we watch? Oh, later. Did I cue it up? No, of course not. Let me see if I can. Give me a sec. Give me 1 second. I know exactly. I wrote down the timestamp. So I thought we might be able to play the bit where from the interview that Justice Serve TV had with Dr. Michelle Ward. Let me see. Here it is. This. You can't see what I'm doing, but I can. Sort of. 46:28. Let me get that timestamp. She's talking about ASAP Rocky and how delightful he is. So let me just get it queued up. 48 here. Pause back a couple more seconds, then we'll present that screen. Hang on, chat. Matilda, hi, good to see you. Here it is. Look, I can do it. It's amazing how I can. So play.
I'm mispronouncing my name. His name is Rakim.
Not Rakim. Rakim.
Not Rakim. It's Rakim Mayers. So
like rock him, like rock.
Like rock him.
Yeah. Well, and I think it's from the Wu-Tang Clan. I think he's named after.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense.
Yeah. But anyway, long story short, he was super smart and involved and had opinions and asked a lot of questions and understood the process, very engaged. And jurors can tell, you know, they want their criminal defendant to be engaged.
He's a smart dude. You could just tell.
Smart dude. And just so thankful and grateful. And he even said, like, he was just so appreciative. And you really got the sense that no matter which way this went, he was just, you know, I think he even said as much to the attorneys, like, you know what, we're on this together, and no matter which way this goes, you guys, I didn't hear it personally, but that's my understanding, that he was really.
Well, let's go back to that, because you said something that had dawned on me. That whole thing about the reading the jury verdict over the shoulder. One's going to read it, then you read it over the shoulder, make sure it's your verdict.
Let me just
pass
check.
it down.
I did write it down,
which took forever, and I had never seen. The thought ran through my mind was, well, the only reason why you're polling a jury is if
that's what I did. I misread my own writing. Not surprising. If you've seen it, it's shocking. Hang on. That was the end of what Dr. Michelle Ward said about ASAP Rocky, Rakim Myers. I'll say it correctly too. Here we go. Try this instead.
Not a big deal. But he was so respectful. He was well kept, well groomed. He didn't look like he was the kind of client, and you know what I'm talking about. Let me write the note. You know, all that.
Yeah. I know who you're talking about.
The attorneys, yes. The client attorney, yeah.
He remembered everybody's name every day. He greeted every single person with a hug and a name and a compliment about what he had noticed, the work that they had put in. He took every piece of advice. He was helpful, kind, never entitled, smelled really good. He was.
Oh, is that Gucci guilty? Is that coming up?
So interesting cologne. I loved it. He was.
That's a new cologne, right?
Oh, does he have a new cologne?
The Gucci guilty? Isn't that the one that's
probably what he was wearing? God, what an unfortunate name.
I don't know. I mean, that's what I read. It could be totally false. I mean, it's like Johnny Depp had
that was the Sauvage.
Savage.
So I'm gonna remarket that. He was wonderful. He was very smart. So I sat next to him during the jury selection process, and every time there was a sidebar, I told him, this is what's being argued up there. This is what they're saying. This is what we're doing. And I want your opinion, Rocky. Like, and by the way, everyone mispronounced him. Like, it's got to be hard hearing these lies about yourself. He's like, it's all.
So we watched it in reverse. We watched the end of what Dr. Ward was saying about Rocky, and then the start, but same. And guess what, chat? I see backstage that we have two very special guests. It's very exciting. I'm excited. Missy, thank you so much for all your hard work, both for Justice Serve TV, for ASAP Rocky, and in kind of bringing me into the fold of the Justice Serve TV family. I really appreciate it, and I love you very much, Missy. I know that that Linda and Michael also appreciate everything you do for them and for the channel. And so, without further ado, let me just see. I've done a new layout. It's a little bit random. Like I said before, I did it at the very last minute. Standard Miss Shorty. I think it would be disrespectful of me to do it any other way than ladies first. Linda. Hi.
Hi. Good morning, and Aussie, right? Good
yes,
morning.
It is 9:30 a.m. Good to meet you properly, finally.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah.
Lovely to see you. And I guess it wouldn't be right if I didn't already. I mean, we don't want Michael to be having something to gripe about. Michael, welcome.
Or as my Siri calls
Michelle.
My Siri calls him Michel Bryant.
May we? I'm waiting to see who your two amazing guests are. That's what I can't wait for. You were just teasing them. Who are they?
Oh, they're coming. No, they're still coming.
Later. Oh, all right.
You guys are the warm up. Yes, yes.
I got you.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah.
You too. It's amazing. I feel like I know you already because
I feel like I know you because I think I have that dress in maroon, like a maroon.
Strangely, I have it in red. That's weird.
Red would be your color, Michael. Definitely. Definitely. Chat is very excited. Hi, chat. So, special guests, how exciting, says Colors. So, you all have been working very hard, not just with your like attorney stuff, but with building an amazing channel that I saw someone, I think it was Sherry, in your comments said, this has very quickly become my favorite channel on YouTube. And I wasn't offended at all because I agree. How has it been for you to juggling YouTube stuff with law?
Yeah, go ahead, Linda.
Okay, so I have an amazing streaming partner in Michel Bryant and Michael Bryant. Right? Remember, he's got an Emmy, and I'm going to say that every time I can. He knows how to edit. He knows how to cut. He knows what kind of teasers to put on there. He knows that I have a law practice, and I really can't go out in the field. He's great in the field. He loves to be in the field. We bought him a mini Starlink, and he travels whenever he can. He has a law practice too. Mine just happens to be more like I have to be, at a location, or I have to be at a meeting. Or as it almost happened today, I had an answer that all of a sudden became due in a federal court proceeding, and my team said, "We need you to review it because we have to file it in like 10 minutes." I'm like, "Really? I feel Shorty, on a Friday." So I'm very blessed with that. And then we have Dizzy and Jen, and Missy Mayhem, Marissa. And without them, they really helped us to grow. And along with a lot of the podcasters, Bob Motto from Defense Diaries, and yourself, obviously. And we're so appreciative of all the attention he gave us. We think, quite frankly, we own the Rocky story. We had the 3 exclusives. No one had. There was one reporter who was pooping.
Yeah, here we go.
Here we go.
Don't get us started.
We think we owned it, and that we knew what we were talking about, and the channel reflected it. I think.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, Michael, I see you are the man who carries the walk the dog in the snow and the cutting down of trees, etc. So you've obviously got a little bit more time to have a bit more indulgence. But has it been an interesting journey for you? Because I know you're both on Law and Crime, or just Michael?
No, we were both on there. I was there 7 years. I think Linda 5 years, something like that. Yeah, and I have a trial Monday I told you about, but it's a quick one. Most of my trials are against the government, and they're very quick. They're very simple. But I do have one on Monday coming up.
And Monday and Wednesday, you're going to be busy on trials.
Monday and Wednesday, and then Tuesday I'll be live out of Canton. I'm going to go up there. We'll hit the Starlink.
We'll have to talk to your people, Michael, because we're going back to. We've had a little break from Karen Reid content for about a month or so, just while there wasn't. There's been things happening, but once the trial version 2 kicks off, we might need to talk to you regularly.
Yeah. This is going to be wild on Tuesday. This is all about some alleged inappropriate, let's just say misconduct by the defense in using or hiring or working with
something, communicating with
the vendors that were originally hired by the feds to give their opinion on whether or not John O'Keefe was hit by Karen Reid's car. So the judge is, of course, what is she again? Gravely concerned. She's gravely concerned about what
and unable to breathe properly without shaking and.
She was shaken. Literally, she was shaken, shaken and shaking.
Moon Goddess. I'm sorry. I think I just saw Moon Goddess pass by.
You did.
Did she?
You've also. She's here, and also here's a funny one. Before we just get back to it's a good segue back. So I hear on your channel that you refer to this gorgeous lady as Motion to Scream or Motion. Here on Camp Shorty, I call her What the Fuck, because it's the tale of two cities, where you are all professional and civilized, and over here at Camp Shorty, we just say it. I always have a little chuckle whenever I see her stuff coming up on screen, and you guys talk about her as being Motion to Scream. That's not Motion to Scream. Isn't the one who's thirsty for Mr. Flexback?
No,
it's not her.
No.
Can I tell you a funny story about this? After we played your question to Joe, right, with Mr. Flexback and all. The next day, I'm watching our channel, and you know how you have the AI ads that you have no control over that run during your show, right? All of a sudden, I see an ad, and it's on our channel because I was out last Wednesday, and I got back about 10 after 5, and I'm watching, and there's an ad for a woman who's talking about something that she's giving her husband to have better sex, and then And there's an ad. The next ad is for to smell your snitch snatch or something.
Oh my goodness,
like,
Linda's what?
How did this happen?
They know our audience. I don't know how, but somehow they know our audience. I don't know.
What the fuck was this? You guys are influencing the AI, the algorithm. Oh my goodness! The algorithm is very hard to redirect once you get it off course.
We may be going to the porno channels. I don't know.
That's right. That's right.
Oh my goodness. So it's been a very concentrated few weeks for you all. I'm sure prior to the Rocky trial, but streaming every day and at night, commentary, being ready to jump on as soon as there was a break or a lunch break, or how did you guys manage that?
You know, Linda, this is funny because when we first started doing this, which was back, 4 or 5 months ago, we got serious, but we were at Law and Crime before that. And we told one another, we can't go on and just be there hour after. We can't do it. Our schedules don't allow it. So we're dropping in a little 5-minute here, a 10-minute there, and then the next thing you know, we're doing this trial, and we're effectively, nearby, if not on, for 6-7 hours a chunk. So to answer your question, though, even though we said we'd never do it, it worked out fine because we're fans of the product anyway, so it's no big deal for us just to pop in, talk about it, and then let it play out and pop in and talk about it. So most of the time you can't shut us up is really the problem, not getting us to talk more.
This is why we have a connection, you all. Same.
Shout out to our spouses too.
Yes.
Has an amazing spouse, Lisa, who's in the business. She's one of the best. Has a great production company. She has a great special. She's won awards just like Michael. And my husband, Dr. Michael Baden, who works so hard, still 20 hours a day. So, and he knows, so we're kind of like a family of 4 that know that work is important and that what we do is important, and they give us that flexibility.
Yeah. My wife gets mad. My wife gets mad because I said, we're not working. We're just screwing around. That's what, that's, and so she gets mad because she's really working and I'm just screwing around. So I have to throw out a little plug for her. I'm sure you're familiar with Filthy Rich, the Epstein story. She is the director on that, as well as the Ghislaine Maxwell follow-up, all on Netflix, and many other shows too. But those are the ones that resonate with people. They go, "Oh my gosh, of course I've seen that." So, and
also I did notice that she has a very lovely first name, Lisa.
Yes,
Lisas are always amazing.
Very nice name. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Lovely name, right?
So, obviously, Linda, you are familiar with Lewin. I mean, Mr. Lewin, and we're all familiar with him. Did Linda? Did you expect for Mr. Lewin to be so like he was hard to watch, right? I can't imagine what it was like to have to deal with him for Mr. Tacopina, or the poor judge. Stop.
Yeah, no, because we had watched him during the Durst trial. Now he was that way during Durst, but everyone hated Durst so much, right? You didn't kind of notice it. But I've recounted this. We ran a special at Law and Crime, and he actually called me to tell me that one of the guys I had on was not very good, didn't like his analysis, and that there was a mistake here or a mistake here, and sometimes we would have a nice chat conversation as reflected like normal chat, but he was not shy if he thought something was incorrect. I would just give him to my executive producer and say, "Here, call Kathy Russin." That's all.
Do you think he's? I mean, just speculating. Do you think maybe he's a little bit of a control freak then? If he really needed to micromanage even what you're doing on your own program?
One could say that, or one could say something else.
Very different. Oh, I see. Emily D. Baker mentioned that she physically couldn't watch the Rocky trial because it was so lacking in order and decorum, that whole courtroom vibe. Did you both, Michael, did you find it hard to watch? It was entertaining, but from an attorney.
It's very frustrating from a procedural standpoint, from a professional standpoint. I'm an officer of the court, but come on, it's entertaining because the guy's a goofball, and to see Joe, who was really having to be restrained, under the circumstances, it was just great dynamics to watch. And then the judge was a wild card because I think he tried. but even he couldn't really control Lewin. I don't think he's as much. I think it's more a defense mechanism. He's insecure, so he's arrogant about everything. Listen to my question, and I just think it's more defensive than it is, confidence. I really do.
Or he'd say, well, but what I asked you was, Michael picked up that listened to my question. It was, but what I asked you was if he didn't like the answer. You're giving him the truthful answer, and then he's going to try to nitpick. And that's not the way the process should work, especially for people that come into court. They've never seen a courtroom before. Their first time testifying, and they become their enemy. It looks like they're on trial. And I think it's a really bad thing to show people.
And the jury, come on, the jury, they're not enjoying that,
No.
They're mad. They want to get done, move along, let them answer the question, and that's it. And so that's one of the problems I think he has is he's not aware or doesn't care how the jury is affected by his behavior. Either way is bad.
It seemed like there was a whole
match.
tunnel vision, right?
Right. He met his match in Joe Tacopina.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I wonder, again, speculating, you don't need to agree or disagree. I wonder, we've acknowledged Joe Tacopina is quite the statuesque gentleman. He's quite he's got a lot of charisma, right? He just oozes charisma and he's almost an enigma. So with all due respect to Mr. Lewin, he doesn't have any of those things that could have exacerbated that kind of defensive, trying to be the big man in the court. Speaking of the big man in the court, I have a feeling I know what you're going to say, but ASAP Rellie's demeanor on the stand?
Well, here I have to ask because I thought maybe because you guys are on the other end of the world, did his testimony come off to you as truthful because it came off to us false here? So maybe on the other side of the world, you had the upside down version? No, it was
the toilet still went down the same way. It still went down.
All right, I just thought I'd check. It was horrible. Yeah. I mean, Joe has called him the worst witness he's ever seen, which, that's saying something. Joe's had, I think he said 120 trials. I've had not quite that many. Linda, probably getting close to that many. Yeah, I've never seen anything like it.
I've never seen a witness. I've never seen a witness like that either. I've never seen a prosecutor go into a case actually with the baggage that you had with the Wally tape where he talks about it, and I've been on this, and we're gonna keep on it with the LAD's office. I know they had a big presser today on a big case, but they have an issue to answer, and I think the issue is, did they have an ethics review by anyone before they put him on the stand? Once they knew that he said he saw, he was seeking the bag, and for the 30 minutes to actually be on the island, he had to get a lawyer. Rush, you call it it was extortion. I think he misspelled it or said it wrong, but it was extortion. And that to me was a huge concern. And then we reported with exclusive reporting that the judge apparently had indicated something to the prosecutor about ethics. Now, we don't know exactly what the statement was, but we reported that it had to do with going forward using Rellie as a witness.
I wonder how Ben Chu and Camille Vasquez feel now. I wonder if that undid reputationally, whether that undid a lot of the good work they did in the Depp v. Heard trial.
Kind of wonder if, this really the same question you would have for the DA. Did you talk to Rellie, for a few minutes? Because now with Mr. Chu and Ms. Vasquez, they're in this weird position where the world has seen Rellie. They know what he's about. And it's not even like a decision that goes against your case and then you do your best in the civil world because it's a preponderance of the evidence, it's a lower standard. This guy shattered the case. I don't know how professionally they can go forward in good conscience with it. To Linda's point, it's almost like they inherit, the perjury, right?
Yes.
And that's never good for a civil case.
Yeah. And we see, we don't know what happened, for instance, today on the P. Diddy case, but we saw a lawyer move to withdraw for professional conduct reasons. It would violate the ABA rules of professional conduct that he would have. And, there's only a limited aspect of what that can be. So we'll see whether that continues. But, I saw Rellie was at the airport. I guess somebody was following him and asking him, and he wouldn't talk, but he did tweet something about this.
I'm not surprised. Prince Lover asks, do you think they will proceed with the civil? I mean, wasn't what I understood was that Rellie, Terrell Efron, wanted to pursue a civil, like to get the bag, and was advised that without some sort of criminal conviction, it was kind of not likely to be successful. So do you think they will proceed still with the civil stuff?
Well, I don't think they needed a criminal conviction, but now they have another problem. They have an admitted perjurer, right? Now, how these things go, though, as we all know in the profession, is that there's usually an insurance carrier that is defending the suit, right? And they don't want to spend any money on it. They don't want to spend any more money than they have to. If they can get rid of it for a quick amount, they will. And that usually is what happens. But I know Ben Shue personally. Ben has given me the access at one point to get Johnny Depp tickets when he was at Bethel Woods here in the Catskills. He's a lovely, lovely man. He is absolutely ethical. So I am sure that whatever is the ethical decision, he will make it. I do not know Camille, I just know by watching him.
Yeah, and I think that's why it's most surprising, because people saw them in such a limelight with the Depp case, and they were impressive, and she came out of nowhere, right, and became this star, and now we're seeing him attached to this guy Rellie, and it really makes you wonder. Yeah, and I think, yes, there could be some insurance implications, but remember, these are intentional acts for the most part, and you have to claim negligence to draw insurance coverage. I don't think that money's going to mean anything, but look at who the defendants are. They got a ton of money. So this could be a go-away type case, like Linda suggests. They just look at cost of defense, pain in the ass factor. How much do we give them? I just think whatever that settlement number is going to be higher in this case because the target defendants got a lot of bucks.
Do you think, though, given that Rocky refused to take the plea deal in the final few days before, the prosecution's offer, that he would be interested in settling to it for any amount civilly when, he's been sort of vindicated here, hasn't he? Like legally vindicated, absolutely.
Yeah. Who knows? Who knows? I mean, I think there's a lot of considerations that'll go into it. I don't remember this case. It's interesting because as a side of this case also, that Joe Tacopina is being sued by Rellie, by Ben Shue and Camille Vasquez, or at least Ben Shue, for defamation for saying that Rellie is an extortionist, that he was trying to
I didn't know
down.
that.
So that is another aspect of the case. And I can guarantee you that Joe Tacopina is not going to authorize anyone to settle that case.
Not a chance.
It was from the horse's mouth. He said it on the tape to Wally, didn't he? Didn't he say it? Didn't we hear it?
He kind of qualified it, but yes, yeah, he knew what he was talking about.
Right.
Yeah. No, you're right. Joe's not giving his fancy watch or anything else to
or two fancy watches. I see there's something on Instagram called Watch Watchers or something. All of a sudden, I'm seeing all over my Instagram is this Joe Tacopina's watches.
Jeez.
I'm pretty sure that in our chat, at least, the watch was the last thing we were spying on with Mr. Tacopina.
Hey,
yikes! we have a whole emote. Actually, it won't show up. We have an emote. Just Amber, I'm going to put you in it. Amber, at my request, very kindly found she screenshotted an image of Mr. Tacopina from reverse, where he's got the very great V taper, right, in the light colored suit jacket. Love. And so we cropped it and put it on a black backdrop, and you won't be able to see it on your screen unless you've got YouTube up, but it's called Flexback, and mostly ladies dropped it in the chat whenever we got the Flexback. So I'm not saying that we focused purely on his back, but it made the audio in that courtroom a little more bearable. On that note, what the heck with the audio in that courtroom? Why were they recording through a potato? Do we understand? It was mono in my ears the whole time as well.
I know. It's so frustrating because we're so glad when there is access, right? We're glad that cameras are in there. But at that point, and in this case, Court TV was the pool, as I recall. It's usually either Court TV or it's Law and Crime. And some do more than others, but usually it's what the court allows. And they don't always like, 10 wires hanging around all over the place. And it's totally up to the court. We've seen everything from, making us watch their in-house system, which is really brutal, to totally mic'd. I don't know if anybody saw part of the case that just wrapped up yesterday The guy who admitted that he killed the woman because he thought she was being abusive to the young girl. That thing was lit like a stage. They had a light on the witness. They had a light on the judge. They had a light on the lectern, I believe it was, Linda. It might have been a podium. I'm not sure. But they had a light.
Podium.
They had a light on all these key people. It almost looked like a set rather than a courtroom. So that was the best I've seen. And so we've seen all extremes.
I think we in chat. I mean, I personally, we found it hard to reconcile the fact that this was in LA. And then it was it looked like it was an O.J. Simpson courtroom. Like, it really did look like something out of the mid-90s. And the sound, it made it very hard. My brain struggled to focus on what was happening, which is, I guess, why we wandered to the flex back.
Well, in California, after O.J. Simpson, you are not allowed to photograph, and not just the jury, obviously. No, you can't photograph the jury anywhere, but you're not allowed to photograph the spectators in the courtroom, because they felt that made that a spectacle. Like, everyone's like, and all. So the judges will usually allow one camera in the courtroom, and then maybe you'll have some audio. And they have to be very careful, because there's situations in courtrooms too where the audio mic in front of you, and I've been at those situations, picks up what you're like whispering to your client, and it's still picking it up.
Yeah.
So hot mics, yes.
Yeah.
And you'll remember in the Lori Vallow case, her team complained because they had one camera just fixed on her. They were allowed to have, I think, 3 cameras in that courtroom. They had one just fixed right on her face. And
they had that in Casey
every
Anthony.
move. Yeah.
They had that in Casey Anthony, and they had that in Aaron Hernandez. Aaron and I had a fixed camera.
And they did win. The defense won, and they removed that single shot. Yeah.
So it happens.
Because I know in Karen Reed, obviously they pan to her.
That's a whole. The courtroom's as big as your room you're in right now, though. Michelle.
Yes.
I mean, it's tiny.
Yes.
So I think they'd have trouble. And it's sort of theater in the round. There's kind of 2 areas of seating. I don't know how you'd be able to really shoot that and totally avoid the gallery.
No, impossible. But I think we're all hoping that Paul O'Keefe sits somewhere else, so we don't have to gaze at his crotch when they're zoned into Karen's face, because where he sits to glare at Karen Reed is that's in the line of sight. In fact,
I see a theme in your show. I see a theme.
No, it's not. But it's like it's just like too much. We don't need to see it. Michael, I did hear, and I feel like it was there was a little bit of salt in it. Understandable that you haven't been awarded a press pass for the Dedham Superior Court.
Oh, that's outrageous. Yeah,
it is.
I know.
That's assault.
It's just
How
bizarre.
dare you?
It's just crazy that. It isn't so much that we aren't getting one, because there are a lot of folks, I'm sure, that are not, because it is a tiny courtroom. Even if they go to the bigger courtroom, still huge case, a lot of media in the Northeast. Okay, but to send us a note that says we don't recognize YouTube as media, that's the problem. I mean, that's so ridiculous, and that's what they did. And then when I sent back 2 snarky responsive emails, I'm sure it didn't help, but I don't care. I mean, it's just
burn those bridges, Michael. Burn the bridges. We don't even need bridges. Who likes bridges?
Well, it's Boston. Come on. So why not just tell the truth that, and we had not applied before. Why not just tell the truth? We don't have room for everybody, and they don't have an overflow, which is also inexcusable for a case like this.
Yeah, what's going to be a problem, though, is if media passes will be allowed only in certain places to do interviews when people come out of the courtroom. That's going to be the issue, because we've had media pass 100 Center Street, which is probably the biggest, probably bigger than LA, right, in terms of the courthouse. We all know there's a TV show, based on it. We have a press pass for that. No problem. If it's the Trump case, no problem. We were in, there's no issue. Now Michael has another press pass for Luigi Mangione and all. And we can't get a press pass for Karen Reed, even if you say it's a limited one. It'll be for, you're standing in this area with all the media. We don't have that.
Yeah. So I'll prowl around. Don't worry. I'm prowling around the outside. And the bailiffs and everything are so nice. They let me go in, wander around the courtroom. Just got to get a feel for it. I left a note for Judge Bev.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
A 6-pack of White Claws under where her bench is.
Is that her favorite?
Oh, we don't know. We presume it. Mojitos or White Claws, something.
Okay. So they were super nice. This was all handled, the folks out of Boston, which is about 20 minutes north of Canton. So, they had nothing to do with it.
Yeah. So, but they've got to change that, because I'm going to, every time I get on, I remind them that YouTube is the biggest streaming channel in the world. It's the biggest, it's the biggest in the world. 200 million, 400 million in terms of depending on how you say whether it's bigger than Google or streaming. And the jury questionnaires that you give now, they will all say, where do you get your news from? And none of them say, almost no one answers, I get it from watching, CBS Evening News. They all get it from social media. They get it from X. They get it from YouTube. Really, those are the two big places where they get their news from. So.
I guess not surprising, really, that in Massachusetts, with all due respect to Massachusetts, that they're a little bit sort of held back in archaic traditions and beliefs and
the Commonwealth
corruption. I mean, not
the Commonwealth. That tells you right there. They think they're special. Hey, we're one of the original 13 colonies. Who cares? So they're the Commonwealth. So they have their own rules, and even Judge Bev will comment quite often, well, that's not how we do it in Massachusetts. That's not how we do it in Massachusetts. Well, you really aren't doing it really that well in Massachusetts, are you?
In Australia, at least in Australia, do you have I won't say winner take all, but does the jury verdict in a criminal case have to be unanimous, and or is it different? How does it work?
I think it's unanimous. The problem with Australia is that we have no cameras, no even access. There's no FOIA. It's very hard to get any information other than the final outcomes and the press conferences and stuff on the steps of the courthouse. So right. There's no thirst, pun not intended. There's no thirst really for Australian true crime, which is why so many Australians follow the US, because we don't have that transparency in our legal system. And I call myself a law nerd, but it's certainly not Australian law that I know about. It's a different system. Also, it's the Nick will
like the Queen's.
Yeah, it's all the Queen stuff. So I won't take offense to your Commonwealth comment, Michael, because we are also the Commonwealth. We've had three referendums in the last 30 years to release ourselves from the monarchy, and every time the monarchists vote, no, we need to still be a Commonwealth.
Yeah.
So,
I think
it's like fine. Canada. Canada doesn't allow cameras in the courtroom. You can't get any cameras in the courtroom in Canada. So we are it. So I think we're really like it. It's.
Well, I learned too when I was in the UK. I couldn't shoot, and I was over there for the Legal Edge, the thing I was doing at the time, and we couldn't shoot in London, but we could shoot in Scotland. Isn't that weird? So I go up there now. You're in London, where you go where I got my little wig, where they've been making them for 40 years for the barristers and solicitors there. So it's like a little castle, and so I'm envisioning, we're going up to Scotland. This is going to be amazing. We're going to get to shoot in there. We get up there, and it was in Edinburgh, and I said, well, where is it? It looked like a muni court from any town, USA. It was boring. It was flat. It was so depressing. I thought we were going to get this taste of history, and it was horrible. But they do let you do it in Scotland, for what it's worth.
Do we have a case in Scotland? Where in the world is justice going to Scotland soon?
Yes, maybe it'll be at St. Andrews for some
reason. By the
way,
I got my mug here finally, Michael, the green one.
That's been quite some time.
Yeah, finally.
But who's counting? Hey, speaking of that, and you have a crazy weekend ahead. I saw your rundown. You have so many things you're doing, but you're launching the merch line. Did I see that right?
Yes.
Can you show us a little something? Can you?
Well, yeah, sure. The thing is, I'm pretty sure Missy would have passed this on, but we at Miss Shorty or Camp Shorty would like to offer you both a selection of anything you like from the merch store, and we would like to give it to you as a gift to our beautiful guests. But let me see. I'll pull up a little bit here. We'll give the scoop. Just watch me in real time. I've only been doing this for 9 or 10 months, and I still every time go, now wait, how do I do this? How do I do this?
We're with you.
We're there, right there. I'm not even trying.
It's iconic. I like to say it's iconic, right? So cool. Our beautiful friend of the channel, Matilda, who was here before. I don't think she's necessarily in the chat at the moment because she's going to come back for the actual launch in an hour or so. But so she's been very diligently creating some pretty cool things. Like this is a side body bag. We've got holograph stickers.
Wow.
Very cool.
So we'll
cool.
just talk shop for a moment. I know that
Yeah.
Missy mentioned that you all have been wanting to get some merch up off.
We do. We really do. Yeah.
So
I mean,
I'll
we've got
have
our
my
mugs.
people-
That's about it.
Yeah, well, let me put you in contact with Matilda, who is very keen and excited to be able to help you. She's amazing. She's so fast. She's so creative. And this is a new one. Amber suggested this is a joke, and it's a bit of an inside joke. But marked safe from being blocked by Turtle Boy. It's a whole thing. So there's been some social media shenanigans with Aiden having had enough. A bit like Judge Arnold in the ASAP Rocky trial, saying, like, I'm sick of all this squabbling and stuff, and just blocks a whole bunch of, they think they're quite influential folks on social media. So we thought it would be quite funny to have a mug for that, but it's a bit of an inside joke. So different.
Hey, yeah. When I talked to Aiden, it went something like this. Yeah, Michael Bryant with Justice Serve TV. Who you with? And then you repeated it, and he was happy to chat for a minute. So.
Well, Michael, I'll let you know then that in my 4th week of live streaming, I actually had Aiden on my channel for an interview that lasted for about an hour and a half.
Nice.
It was quite the coup. It was a learning curve also, because I had a co-host with me who I hadn't worked with before, and the dynamic was a little different. And so it tested my my patience and my professionalism and my nodding and smiling, and probably never again to have a co-host in terms of asking questions of like a big.
Anyway. We've had that same issue, because we've never really done that before either. We've always operated solo, whether I was at Law and Crime or Court TV or Extra or wherever. And so when you have a co-host, it is a very different thing. And so I think we're still feeling, I think we're much better, but I think we're still kind of feeling our way along as to, you go now. No, I'm going to go. Because you want it to sound like a conversation, but you don't want it. And we always get a comment. I think I just saw one again today. Can you guys stop talking over one another? I saw that.
I just talked over him. I think I'm responsible for this.
Yeah. That reminds me, and I have got it ready to play. Linda, you at the start of the Joe Tacopina interview was absolute life of you going, no, we can't hear you. You're muted. And he's going, no, we can.
Yeah, well, let me tell you what happened with that. Okay. So we're at.
It was so cute. It was so cute.
The interview was supposed to start at, we were doing it at 10 a.m., right? At 9:59, Michael's screen goes blank and I get a text, go without me. I don't have any power. Okay. I literally get that text. At 9:59, I get a text from Joe. I just say, where are you? Because, you had the green room. You can see people.
Yes,
I'm trying to get on, but I'm on somebody else's computer and they don't have Chrome. So this is not, we're about, so when we launched the thing, then all of a sudden, for some reason, whatever was happening, you were saying, well, you could hear it, but I couldn't hear anything from the control. So that's what happened. And I'm like, this is like as bad as it can get.
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah, and I was lucky to get back on. Our power just went out. It literally boom went out. So we had a lot of weather and some bad snow.
Yeah.
The irony is, though, we had the power issue, we had the Chrome issue with Joe. Linda's audio issue has been coming and going on a given day. So all these other things we survived, and then we had the audio issue, which we thought we'd figured out. So
it was honestly, it was. But yeah, it was like, but you know what? That you both just kept a smile. Even Joe was like, no, we could hear you, and then it all ironed out, and just straight in, like absolute professionals that you are. In fact, shall we? I have it ready to go here. It's so sweet, honestly, Linda. You are just a delight. You are both definitely honorary shorties, and Linda, I like to call myself a fucking delight. I'll leave out the fucking for you because I think you were far more class than that. So you could just be a delight. Okay, so let me see. We got this.
At this point, I'm screaming.
Well, hi, how are you? That was a quick opening. The reason why it's a quick opening is we want to have all the time we have for one of the best attorneys in the world who you have been watching in trial in the ASAP Rocky case. We'll be joined by him soon. We'll be joined by Michael Bryant in a second. There is Michael Bryant. Michael,
no panic.
Don't count on me.
No,
The power literally
power
just
down.
went off.
But we have a montage to play. Don't we? Of Joe Tacopina. Yes, Joe Tacopina. As I said,
I'm dancing here. You hear me? I'm dancing.
And my friend,
Linda, I have to tell you, I sent a message to Missy when I just done my video submission for this, and I was watching back. I don't know, it wasn't this interview, but something else of yours. And Linda, you were saying Tacopina. I'm like, oh my God, I've called him Tacopino. And I said his name wrong. And then Missy's like, oh, I don't know. And I was like, no, it's Tacopino. Ah, so confused. We call him Flexback so often. Anyway, it was.
Yeah, but you see, Anthony, if you look at that initially, I was looking at the bottom of my phone. I was looking at the bottom. If you looked at when we start, because we had the 7-second opening, because it was supposed to be on all the time, and I'm looking at my phone because this is what I'm getting all the bad news. That I don't have a host. I don't have a guest.
Consummate professionals. Here we go.
We get into Joe.
Well, Michael, we can't hear Michael. Can we play the montage of Joe in court?
Hopefully, these discussions that we're going to have.
Now, Joe can hear. I can hear.
Going to be helpful in trying to arrive at a decision.
Listen, if we could get some sound going here.
We don't do violence to your
I
conscience.
feel your pain.
We do the right thing. But saying liar, pants on fire is not impeachment.
You could elevate that to now.
Establish these incontrovertible facts. They're not controversial. They're not contested. That Rocky
Let's
was
stop
known
because we're going to elevate that sound when Michael Bryant comes back in. And actually, go to the end. Go to the end. There's a part that I want you to see, which is one of my favorite parts. And you'll see
Fair comment on the evidence. You, in your rebuttal argument, you can say it wasn't extortion.
I'm going to pause it for just a moment. If it's any consolation, Linda, I did the first 2 minutes of this particular live stream we're on right now muted, and I didn't even know. And everyone was like, muted. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, but you could hear me, but I couldn't hear what was coming out of our control. And that was the problem. It was like, oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
You address it.
There you go. Okay. And I have to say, with that, let's welcome and bring on. There he is, Joe Tacopina from California. Got up early. Hi, Joe.
Hi, guys. How are you? Jeez.
And we can't hear you either.
So Linda.
I can hear you guys. You can't hear me.
Continuing.
No, I don't think so.
I can hear Joe fine. Joe, can you hear me?
I hear you, Michael.
No, you have your mute on the computer.
Oh,
No, Michael hears me. I hear
on your computer, you got mute. Okay?
No, we're good.
You have to unmute yourself.
I love it. I
Missy
love
hears
it.
me, Michael hears me.
Yeah,
Everyone hears
we're
me.
good.
That's what I do. And I heard the montage.
There you go.
Yeah. Oh, good.
That's good. Because
Yes.
Joe, how are you?
Bless, Linda, bless. You just carried right on. You didn't even bat an eyelash. I love it. It was so good. It was so good.
Yeah, but that's the backstory, is that literally at just before 1 minute before, I didn't have anyone. I had no one. I
thought Joe was going to say, well, look at the time. I really got to go, guys. Maybe you could work this out and get back to me.
He was very lovely. He's very articulate. Obviously passionate. Were you on a bit of a high after that, or was it like no disrespect to Mr. Tacopina, but was it just another guest, or was this a real big coup for you? I know for Missy, she was in IKEA, but
she definitely was. Yeah. It was. I mean, it was huge. I mean, I think both of us have worked with folks like this, so on that level, it was just great to have an interview. But in terms of the importance of that guest at that time, yeah, obviously it was big.
Yeah, and we were the first one that he gave an interview to. He did TMZ after us, so we were the very first one he gave an interview to. So
why didn't Lewin complain about TMZ? Because they didn't get to that one question.
Yeah, that's right.
They didn't get to the one question you asked about the gag. They kind of danced around everything. They only did like 8 minutes with him. Extra, another former employer of mine, they did 2 nights with Joe. You see that? He was on the set there at Extra.
Yep. Yeah, but no one asked about what we're asking about, which is, what do the prosecutors know?
Well,
and
it's Extra.
did they know it?
Why do you think I left there after 5 years? I would do the stories of substance. Would mean like, Johnny Carson died. Where's Bryant? Get them on that. I mean, you know, so most of it's the fluffy stuff. They're not going to get into things like, ethics, gag orders. No, that is not. Billy Bush is not going to get into that.
Oh. Do you think there's going to come from that question of ethics as to whether the district attorney's office should have brought that case to trial?
Well, we're going to keep on them. We're going to keep asking. We're going to ask. We're going to FOIA the documents, see what they give us. The case is over now. Actually, quite frankly, the transcript of, I don't know when the judge is going to release the gag, but I think that will do it, because the transcript of sidebars are usually released. I don't know when they're released, but they're usually released. And I want to see the transcript of the sidebars, especially to put to rest whether or not our sourcing was accurate. And we're 100% certain that it was.
Linda, you need that in writing, don't you? You need that in writing. People must have been really throwing shade at you all for reporting on that stuff. People have been incredulous, have they? In your
some of them. Not Court TV. Julie Grant was fabulous. Had me on the next day, and 50 Cent retweeted.
Yes,
reposted and Instagrammed us.
It's Twitter. It's Twitter.
Yeah.
We all see Twitter.
So and a lot of people now, of course, understand it. But there was one reporter out there who was throwing shade on us, and it seems that even our former employer decided to retweet her instead of us. We're the ones with the exclusive, and it was kind of interesting because, you know, we're small, but we say we're mighty. So maybe they don't expect a small network to. Michael and I have been around. Michael lived in California. I've tried cases for a long time, you know, and I think Mr. Lewin underestimates how many people may not like him, okay, in California. So that I'll just leave it out there.
Do you think that maybe that incredulity or that trying to diminish your reporting on such a big thing is got something to do with the fact that you're small, and how dare a small little up and coming YouTube channel? I mean, you're going to go a long, long way. Absolutely. Do you think that maybe that was some sort of, establishment versus the small guy sort of?
Yeah, I used to, every time I would hear those things, I would that's sad. It's just sad, that somebody be so small, so petty. We're all out here just trying to do our thing as best we can. To take offense to that, to somehow feel like you've been slighted because somebody else did something you wish you had done. It's just sad,
Michael, I feel that in my bones. I've experienced that very thing myself in recent months, and gee, it's frustrating, rising seas lift all ships.
Lisa, after we reported on the fact that the defense was going to open with a shakedown of sorts, and we had that exclusive that we had sourced. And then they open with that, okay?
Yes.
Right? One would think that they'd say, okay, that's they've got something. And I think, again, Julie Grant, I give her kudos. She went all in for us on Court TV. It turns out that, I'm sure she's thrilled that she did, because we were right.
Yeah, I was surprised. Rolling Stone magazine had a reporter in the courtroom for the whole thing, and they did some long pieces. I can't remember her name. I apologize.
She just started following me. I can't remember her name either.
Yeah. So I was amazed that after that $30 million bombshell, which we didn't just say it was coming, we put a number on it, right? And she wrote her story about opening statements, day one, not a mention of that. I was I questioned when she posted something. I wrote, "Did you leave early?" Because you might have missed that part of his opening. But I thought that was unusual for a publication like Rolling Stone.
Michael's not shy. He's been in this business a long time. He's got a lot of cred. He's got a lot of street cred with me too, because I know that he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, it's interesting though. I think big established entities often do feel threatened by new ways of doing things, and the fact that you two have broken away from that establishment to do your own thing, and it 21 or 27,000, which was it, Michael, Linda, that were watching?
It was 27. Yeah, it was 27,000.
Wow. That's amazing. That's amazing. Now, I wonder whether anybody in the chat has got any questions for our fantastic guests here. Let me just let that delay thing happen. Chat, if you have any questions that you've burning questions, whether it be about ASAP Rocky, Joe Tacopina, Michael or Linda themselves.
Linda's clothes, whatever, right?
Linda's, well, I hate to comment, but Linda, your hair looks gorgeous today. It does. Your hair, I love. And Michael, yours does too, of course.
Oh, well, thank you.
Well,
Michael's prepping for St. Patrick's Day early, I see.
I know. Well, these are just the serve colors, so I'm branding and representing.
Fashionista, says Joey. Well, thank you so much. He takes a swig from his Justice Served TV.
Yes, we're definitely going to get you one of these. Hopefully, it's easier to get this to you in Australia than it is to get one we've gotten to. I know she watches you too. I think Sheila Duffy.
Sheila Duffy, yeah.
Yeah, she's in Ireland, and it came back like it was a bomb or something. It came back, they wouldn't deliver it. So hopefully, this will get to you more easily than
that would be amazing. Yeah, that would be amazing. Michelle says she loves your glasses, Linda.
Thank you very much.
Actually, wait, girl talk for a minute. I remember hearing you say, Linda, that you get your lash extensions done every month or so.
Yes, I do.
And then, and how you had to walk upstairs, and it's a bit of a
6 flights.
A fire trap that if you go down, at least you go down with beautiful lashes, as long as it's on the way back down from the appointment. And then Michael said, but then you put your glasses over the top of them. Michael, lush lashes, lush lashes are important regardless.
Those are very transparent glasses today, LKB, because you have a variety of glasses.
Yeah,
as well.
yeah, I do. I try to keep up with Doug Weinstein, who YSL, you know.
Yeah.
I have very similar ones, Linda. I wish I'd worn them today. I did consider it, but anyway, next time we can coordinate our glasses pre-streaming.
Well, that's why I need to get the lashes done, because I wear glasses, not contacts, and the lashes have to kind of come through the glasses just a little bit. Oh, look at that! Michael just got a fashionista tip.
Okay.
Yes. Now, Kraken says, absolutely an opportunistic question. Even if you send it to Lisa without saying it on air, who is your entertainment IP lawyers? I need one. Keep up your amazing work.
Entertainment IP, yeah. You should have one because people steal your shit. So you should have one.
We'll find out too for us, Kraken, also. Now, here we go. Britt asks, how did you start together as a YouTube channel? I've heard a little bit of this, but could you share with the audience, with the Shorties?
You know, we were going out to dinner just because we hadn't, you know, our spouses hadn't, you know, they had met in different ways, but the four of us finally got to dinner, and we sat down and almost immediately just started talking about this kind of thing. But we weren't really, you know, we're still doing law and crime. We still had our practices, but we could tell, you know, we just hit it off. Boom. Even though we were both at law and crime for years, we weren't in the same room very often. You know, which I think was something they should have worked on. But anyway, so I think we both came to the realization pretty quick, right? LKB is like, we should do something. And that was as developed as it was. We should do something. So
that's it.
And then is it right that Law and Crime decided to cut all of their
that was about 6 months later, about 6 or maybe even 8 months later. Just happened. And that was, you know, they were bought by a new company, and the new company did their thing. And that's fine. I get that. But we
weren't trying to compete with it. We were literally doing like, okay, it is 7 minutes a week. And, you know, we commented on politics, we commented on this, we commented on that, we commented on crime, but we weren't competitors. We
didn't promote it on Law and Crime. Nope,
no,
we didn't.
We never said anything about it and all, because we weren't competing with them. We were just having fun because we hit it off. And we figured we should do something so we can talk about other things. I can talk about earrings, like, you know, whatever. And that's how it started. And really it was like, so now it's become like my second full-time job. It's like,
but it's just fun. You know, we know it takes time, but it's, you know, it's not like work, you know, it just,
it doesn't feel like work, does it?
Isn't it fun?
What the fuck? I mean, Motion to Scream asks, are there any cases that you are staying away from? Is there anything that you guys wouldn't touch?
I can think of one, Linda. Can you think of any? I can think of one.
One case we're staying away from. No, I can't.
I'm thinking of the Gilgo Beach cases.
Oh, yeah, we haven't really done.
And the reason is this is a kind of a business reason, not like it's not important to get justice for these women that have been killed. But there's no appetite for it, you know. I mean, you got to be realistic. The audience has to want to know, you know, these cases that you cover, and we've not seen it here. That people, you know, it's like when they find another body. It's people are like, oh, ho hum. It's really kind of sad. Very sad. The reality is, we got to go where the people are going to want to watch.
Yeah, and we're also small. I mean, we're 2 people. We have to pick and choose very wisely. We can't cover everything, and we even we started like certain things like person of the week, and we forgot.
We're still working on that. It's all in development,
It's in development because we end up with guests, or there's a jury verdict, or something happens. So you understand. That's one of the reasons that we enjoyed watching you, because we felt that you were kind of in the same boat with us, right? You're small but mighty, and you're trying to grow. And unless we all help each other in the podcast department, for people that are honorable and nice and do their best and try hard, all of us are going to fail. So we were very fortunate that people help us, and we try to help people that try to help us. And we hope that it all ends up in karma, so to speak.
Yeah. And that's one thing that I really enjoy about this collaborative world, because I come from the more traditional broadcast and big news, and it is backstabbing, cutthroat. Nobody's helping anybody, and so this is very refreshing that people are willing to share platforms and yeah, it's great. It's great.
Share audiences, because
share audiences
for everybody,
and have connections with people instead of just talking into that one-eyed monster in the studio. It's it's good. It's good.
Yeah, and thank you. I don't see a name, but I see somebody who said that they've subbed and loved our channel. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, we do appreciate that.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
One more question, then we'll let you go, because you've had a very big few weeks. Kathy asks, I guess I'll start with.
That's not an easy question.
No, it's not an easy question. I guess the first thing that comes to mind when you see that question, Michael, I'll start with you.
Why? Why would they bring a case like this that is so flawed? And again, Linda and I've talked about this. There seem to be a lot of these cases coming along that are so flawed. We just finished one with the ASAP Rocky case. But there's so much that would lead a jury to say, I don't know what the hell happened here. I don't know if anybody committed a crime or not. That shouldn't be a case that goes to trial. And we saw what happened the first time around. We'll see what happens with round number 2, accurately and appropriately enough, on April Fool's Day.
Absolutely.
You guys have April Fool's Day there in Australia, or no?
We do. It's no joke. We do.
Yeah, okay.
And when I think about both of these cases, look, I've known Joan Tacopina, but we've never been out to dinner. Our paths haven't really crossed against each other in a case, but we teach at Harvard the first week, but our paths hardly cross there either. It's like you're having lunch at the faculty lunch where you're being taught, hi, Joe, hi, Linda, I'm running to mine, I'm running to you, see you, I'm leaving tomorrow, I'm leaving, tomorrow. But to get invited to teach at the Harvard Trial Advocacy, you have to be somebody who tries cases and knows how to teach people to try cases. And what I'm interested in, Karen Reed, is I have tried the case against Alan Jackson. I did try Phil Spectre with on jury against Alan Jackson. What's interesting to me is both of these cases and both of these attorneys, whenever you try a case, and I like to put Michael and I in this category also, is prosecutors aren't prepared for a real prepared defense attorney. When we've tried cases, usually our clients have had resources, or somebody's had resources on their behalf, and we leave no stone unturned. Just like Joe said when he was in the interview, his son, Chris Tacopina, I haven't seen him, is just fabulous. Works for the Florida Panthers. Was like getting hints from people and said, Dad, I think this is this LA range. And Joe got in a car and went and asked him, hey, is this you? With a picture of Rellie shooting. They're not prepared for that. They're not prepared for the defense attorney that has the resources and works 24/7, especially when they have a client who's not guilty.
Yep.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. Well, Michelle says Linda and Michael are very refreshing. Such a great team.
Well, we
Agree.
Agree. Hey, let me ask you one favor before we leave.
Yes.
I have a speeding ticket I got when I was in Sydney. It was quite a long time ago. I never paid it. Got it around here somewhere. What happens when I come back? Will I show up in the records after, 15 years or so?
I feel like it's a 7-year thing, but maybe, do you know somebody that can get you some sort of fake documentation?
You. Yeah. I'll use your name. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Absolutely. Be my guest. Be my guest, and I'll take the rap for you. It's fine. If I need legal advice, though, can I talk to you both for that case?
Of course.
Sure.
Thank you so much. Chat has loved having you here. I have loved having you here. Thank you so much for spending your Friday evening. You must be exhausted, but spending your early Friday evening with us.
You're a fucking delight. So
thank you, Lisa. You're a class act.
Thank you so much, Linda. Thank you so much, Michael. Enjoy your evening. Take some time over the weekend to smell the snow, Michael.
There's the snow.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. I got it. There we go. I almost banned you. Wait. Kick from studio. Kick guest. Yikes. That seems so final. Bye, Michael. Thank you. Chat. Wow. Great show. Yes, Super Squirrel. How amazing. We meandered through all sorts of things. I love that. Just organic, fluid conversation. Love Justice Served TV for coming on. Same. I should call you by your respectful Justice Served TV name, Motion to Scream. Absolutely. How about that? No self-snitching at Camp Shorty. You don't come back. Hey, Debbie, thank you so much for subscribing. They're really knowledgeable. I don't know when you came in on the live, Debbie, but both Linda and Michael are practicing attorneys. Linda tried the case and got a hung jury against Phil Spectre. Sorry, on behalf of Phil Spectre against Alan Jackson. Michael Bryant and Linda have both been on Law and Crime as anchors. Hosts, commentators, what's the terminology? But have since embarked on the YouTube journey. Yes, we will clip it. Hi, Vixie, good to see you. So, shall we watch Awesome Sauce? You banned me once accidentally. No, Kraken. I banned you hardline, and then I came with my tail between my legs, apologizing, admitting my error, and I was wringing my cap in between my hands, going, "I'm so sorry, man." Like, yes, absolutely. And I really appreciate that you just took it in your stride and didn't ever hold it against me, because some folks do. That was incredible, wasn't it? Oh my God, it's so cool, so cool. Nick says that was great. Nick, I feel like we should just maybe play this for a second. Wait.
It's not a deal breaker, but I'd like to know. Thank you.
Would you like? Thank you, Maiden. Oh yes, Debbie. Honestly, go. So good. You, I dare I say, you may end up liking / loving Justice Served TV and Linda and Michael more than you love Miss Shorty and Camp Shorty. And you know what? With my blessing, I'm more than happy to defer to those delightful creatures. Absolutely. Thank you. Michelle says, thank you, Linda and Michael. Yes, such a great show. Hi, Pia. Hi. Great interview, Lisa. Thank you. You know what I did think, though, a little while in, I was like, can I vape in front of the royalty? Attorney royalty. I did have one or two. Awesome interview. Thank you. Shall we watch some of the Joe Tacopina interview for a little while? I don't know, maybe the bit where Shorty was there. If you missed it, Debbie, here. Well, everybody. So Joe Tacopina. Wait, pause, because what the fuck, he got me. My brain's been too focused and professional for an hour and a half. Yikes. I was almost appropriate-ish while they were here. I am proud of you. I tried to not swear, but it's impossible for me. Well done, Motions. You can let it all out now. Just thirst. If you want to drool on your keyboard, what the fuck, you can. Okay, now. So, I forgot. I got to present the screen. It could well be that the...
well.
Joey. Thank you, Joey. I love you. What am I doing? Well, good point. Good question. Here, wait. God, I used all my professional up in the first hour. Joey. I used all my professionalism up in the first hour of a very big weekend of Camp Shorty. We're fucked, chat. We're fucked. Oh my God, she says, swearing like a banshee. Okay, here we go. So, have I linked it? I think I have. I'm pretty sure I've linked this episode of Justice Served TV where Mr. Joe Tacopina, aka Mr. Flexback, was a guest, first guest, as Linda mentioned, out of the gag order. Gag feels like it's not something we should say in the same sentence as Joe Tacopina, unless our name is motion to scream what the fuck granted. Here. I'm just scrolling through, but you can watch this whole thing. It's a really good interview. He's a delight. They're a delight. It's fantastic. Let me see. But it's not playing. So that's me. Hi.
I said to your son, Chris, you're one of the nicest people I know. You are such a gentleman.
Wait, pause. Chris Tacopina did follow me back on Twitter. So I'm just saying, like, I'm basically part of the Tacopina family now. Also the Justice Served TV family now. Come to me for more networking tips. Let me see. So what we might do is we might play. Oh God, if I can find it, we'll play this. I don't want to be disrespectful to Mr. Tacopina, but I wasn't. Or sorry, Ms. Baden or Mr. Bryant, Michel Bryant. But I wasn't expecting them to have so much time for us, chat. I really thought that maybe they wouldn't be able to come for 10 minutes or something. And so I had this all queued up. But you can watch this in your own time, Debbie. I reckon you'd love it.
Lisa Shorty. It's Miss Shorty.
It's me.
And she has a comment and a question for you.
Sure.
Hi, Joe. Or should I say Mr. Tacopina?
Joe's
Hi,
good.
Linda. Hi, Michael. Hi, Justice Served TV folk. Wow, what an honor. I just wanted to say, firstly, what an absolute pleasure it was to watch you in action, Mr. Flexback. I mean, Mr. Tacopina. I've heard you've heard about the thirst in Camp Shorty for you. Whew. To me, it felt like you were quite reverent and restrained in the courtroom. It was pretty apparent in your closing arguments that you have a lot of stage presence and charisma. You were much more animated, and it was amazing to watch. 10-10. But was this difficult for you to show such restraint in the courtroom?
Boy,
is it difficult for you to show such restraint?
I'm pausing for a minute to say, do you know what I really realized? And I knew it already, but my thinking thing is this. Oh, yikes. Better than this. I used to pat my head when I used to work at Macca's. Anyway, let's listen to Mr. Tacopina Flexback. Joe's answer.
Restraint in the courtroom.
Linda, it was the hardest thing I've ever had to do. I mean, in so many ways with this Rellie guy. Look, I said this to the jury. I mean, that was perhaps they had a front row seat to the worst witness in American jurisprudence history. That guy imploded like I've never seen someone implode. I mean, there was no meat off the bone left on the bone. I mean,
there'll be no meat left on this bone either. What the fuck's going to anything to do with it?
So let's put it this way. He was so bad. I mean, he's a guy who admitted perjury to the jury. He said, yes, I perjured myself because I want to get out of here. I was like, wow, okay. He was basically saying I could say whatever I want to say.
Sorry, Joe, but I'm pausing to wait. Wait. Do you think that this lighting was intentional? Because, god damn, that bicep vein. I know that at least one person in the chat noticed it. No names. What the fuck? It's very cinematic. It's very LA. It's very striking. It's very good for casting shadows on things that are slightly, textured. Love 10-10. Keep going.
He was calling.
Not even thirsty.
I mean, he was like, it was a defense.
Wait, pause again. Sorry, disrespectful, but you know me, I can't. How embarrassing that I said 2 sexual references. One of them was multiple about sex back, flex back, Mr. Tacopina, and the other one was Paul O'Keefe's crotch, and Michael Bryant noticed it. Maybe I have got a one-track mind. Yikes.
Defense attorney, it was a glorious train wreck. It really was. Because as a defense attorney, it was a dream come true. But on the other hand, have a guy like that, be condescending, disrespectful, call me bro, saying Tacopina to the point where the judge said, I actually said to the judge at one point, I said, either you're going to have to handle him or I will. Okay? Because I will not let him call me Tacopina one more time. So whatever you want to do, judge, you don't have to say a word. I can deal with it. or you can, whatever way you think is best. And the next time he said it, the judge jumped in and said,
Better.
"Do not call him Tacopina, you call him Mr. Tacopina," the way he calls you Mr. Efron. Yeah, it was so hard for me. People who know me well, including my partner Chad, were saying, "How the heck did you keep your cool?" And it was the hardest thing I've had to do in the trial in a long time.
Pause.
So I wanted to slice him up verbally, and just destroy.
Did you like that bit too? What the fuck? This bit. I don't know what it sounds like. God, I'm terrible, Muriel.
Do not call him Tacopina, call him Mr. Tacopina, the way he calls you Mr. Efron. Yeah, it was so hard for me. People who know me well, including my partner Chad, were saying, "How the heck did you keep your cool?" And it was the hardest thing I've had to do.
That.
In the trial, maybe in a long time, because I wanted to slice him up verbally, and just destroy him, mock him, whatever. But it would have sort of reduced
Moon Goddess,
the juxtaposition of really that type of character. I wanted him to stand out, that sort of volatility to stand out. I mean, look what he was doing in a courtroom with a judge, bailiffs, sheriff's deputies, cameras, a jury, and he was throwing water bottles, cursing,
Colors, is everything okay? I saw you in the chat. Is baby okay? Have you made it to the hospital? Is baby okay? I love you. I couldn't. Everyone's worried, and we hope that everything's okay there. Not laughing at the baby. I was laughing at the chat. Textured. It's just how I am. I'm a little bit pervy. Oh, Scotty McGinnis. Hi, good to see you. Way behind on this case. That's okay. It's over. Not guilty. A resounding not guilty. We'll watch that scene again of the not guilty, not the whole thing. Nick, keep working on your back. That's all I'm going to say. Here, this is Scott. Stick around. I got to ask the defense attorney for ASAP Rocky a video question on Justice Serve TV. I'm kind of a big deal, Scott, contrary to popular belief.
Challenging me, almost flexing his muscles, like
not flexing his muscles, Joe. Yikes!
So I told the jury, imagine what he's like in the dark of night when he doesn't think anyone's watching, when there's no people with guns in the back. I mean, imagine what he's like then. Because we were painting him as the aggressor, which he was in this scene. He was deleting messages. I mean, it was hysterical. He deleted. They tried to make Rocky out as the aggressor because they showed text messages between Rocky and him right before the incident. What they didn't know was that this guy had deleted the previous messages where he's basically
smile. Is it his smile?
And we had those messages, and he deleted them. And first he said fake. Then we said they come from your phone. He's like, oh, so what? It's like it was unbelievable. So yes, that was so hard for me to do.
So hard. It was so hard.
Less success trying to keep my cool out of the presence of the jury with the prosecutor. That was a different experience again for me, but I'm hoping to get some therapy. And
I think it's channeled properly. I think you're all right. You get it channeled properly. I know Miss Shorty wanted to at least say goodbye and wish you luck here.
Love. Thanks, everybody. Mwah. Good luck, Mr. Tacopina. We think you are amazing. Cheers. What a weirdo.
Wow, that was nice. That was not live. That was taped, I assume.
That was a tape. Because
I was trying to answer her and I realized
15 hours ahead. 15 hours ahead.
Yeah, what is it, 4 a.m. there or something? Yeah.
I mean, Mr. Tacopina, I am more than happy to speak to you live. Sir, you don't need any help with your lighting. Anytime.
Okay.
They've been following you constantly. So obviously we're going to let you go, but can we play the montage of you in court one more time before we let you go and get your final comment?
Oh, sure. Now you're putting me under the pressure here.
Putting Michael didn't know I was going to ask for.
It's a deal here. She's audibilizing.
I'm so demanding because I want justice to be done in this case, and I want people to
okay, if you're ready, I think this is it.
Okay. Hopefully, these discussions that we're going to have are going to be helpful in trying to arrive at a decision in this case, where you don't compromise, where you don't do violence to your conscience, where you do the right thing. But saying liar, pants on fire is not impeachment. Bolshoi and Lululemon established these incontrovertible facts. They're not controversial. They're not contested that Rocky
Everything?
was known to carry a property by his friends.
Scott, how dare you? It has everything to do with the case. We could not have gotten through this to, I don't know how, like this 84 years of god-awful court audio. My brain died many, many, many times. I lost so many brain cells trying to listen to the court audio. All we had was Joe Flexback. That's all we had. And the conviction that there will be no conviction for this poor, lovely, beautiful man, ASAP Rocky Myers. And thank God for Flexback. That's all.
Didn't controvert that at all. So after he walked away, I decided to follow him. I don't follow, berating him as I'm following him. Almost begging him to shoot me.
That's the improper argument. It misstates the evidence in the case.
Oh, it does not.
Just
wait, is this where
I can't say that they want to win at all costs. That's not. I can't say that. I don't think that's an improper argument. We could have called his girlfriend, Miss Parker, to back up his claim.
Not bad. I'm just like unique.
What she does, which in the end proved only that the shell casings possibly, there's that word again, possibly came from an aftermarket slide for a firearm training that could possibly have been compatible with the Glock 43.
lower your voice and don't yell at me. Before, I'll listen to what you say. Speak in a normal tone of voice.
It's improper. It's improper argument. The problem is,
I don't agree with you. I think using the word quote extortion to describe the conduct is not improper. I think it's fair comment on the evidence. You, in your rebuttal argument, you can say it wasn't extortion.
Here.
You can address it.
Your Honor, the bigger issue.
Wait, I've got an idea. Wait.
Okay, I got to ask, what's that you're taking the coat off?
Yeah, we're taking the coat off. But wait, I don't feel like it's fair to have rushed that. And we have the luxury of playback speed. Shall we? Let me press play and then go. What are we going to do? One.
Say it wasn't extortion.
Wait,
you can address it.
I missed it. The bigger issue, as I said.
Wait. Oh God. Really?
You can address it.
Your Honor, the bigger issue, as I said.
On the evidence.
You're welcome.
You, in your rebuttal argument, you can
Sorry about the
say
sound. Terrifying.
It wasn't extortion.
Minus that, because that's terrifying. That didn't sound like poor music. We'll do it again, just because it's funny and amazing. You're welcome, chat. You're welcome. You're welcome. What the fuck? I'm surprised you haven't got this on loop. Oh, wait, pause. I'm so fixated. No, I'm not fixated. I don't even like that kind of thing. Oh my. That was awesome. Let's get it on. Nick, stop yelling at me. Why? Who's yelling? Sexy music. We got to. I tried. It was terrible. It wasn't sexy at all. What have you got it on then? Let's hear about the jacket minus the sexiness. That's impossible. How dare you? It's not assault. If this is wrong, then I don't want it to be right. Chat. Here we go. Oh, I muted. Oh, fuck.
Coat off. First of all, do you enjoy watching that, or does it make you squirm a little bit because it's you?
I mean, it makes me squirm a little bit, only because it's me. But yeah.
So you're taking the coat off.
Some stuff was funny that I remembered.
There was so much stuff. I mean, believe me, it was so much stuff. What's going through your mind? You're taking the coat off.
I was ready to knock him out. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I'll represent you. It was okay. It was fine.
I know the timing of that looks so sinister. Like, that's it.
Let's go. It was
just really hot. It was getting hot.
The thing is, Scott, welcome to, since time began, dirty pause, Joe. Not dirty. I mean, maybe dirty. We women have been objectified and subjugated since the dawn of time. I love this table turning, and you're absolutely right. You men would be destroyed. Having said that, have you heard of OnlyFans? I bet you there's lawyers on OnlyFans. Maybe not still practicing lawyers, attorneys. I mean, just let us have our fun. We couldn't hear any of the court audio. It was so hard. It was devastating.
I get my body temperature rocket. I wake up at 120 degrees.
I bet he
so
does.
It was just getting hot there. There's a lot of talking going on, a lot of hot air, and I was just getting hot. So I just took I always take my jacket off at lunch, and that was the lunch break. So I decided to take it off, and of course it looked like I was taking off, roll up my sleeves and go, but I wouldn't have done that. Not in the court.
No, you wouldn't have done that. Besides, the judge was yelling at
exactly.
Yeah, he was getting beat up by the judge.
Yell at a prosecutor like that, but.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, we're going to stay on the prosecutor. We're going to actually ask them questions as we've been asking them about the 10 questions. Why haven't they asked them? We've asked them whether or not they've had ethics counsel to review this case with Rellie after the comment about the bag, after the comment about the tape was AI. As far as we were concerned, that was the case. Once their main witness says you're lying about that. And we're going to stay on them because
replay crew, Matilda. You may have missed me spruiking your wares live on stream about your prowess, skills, professionalism, creativity, and expediency in terms of merch store and stuff to the Justice Served TV crew, Linda Kenney Baden and Michael Bryant. So my people will talk to your people, and Missy did just send me a text message to say she's getting all of that stuff. I pimped you out. I'm pimping you out. I pimp out. I'm, what can I say? Speaking of Matilda, in about 15 minutes, we're going to end this stream, or we'll end it a bit sooner than that, and we'll do our official merch store launch. Yes, Miss Shorty merch. So exciting. Joey and Matilda and me, a little bit of me, not much me. Me just going, hey, what about this? It's exciting. Yes. Shall we say farewell to Joe? We'll let Linda and Michael say farewell.
We also now have a hint. If there's still a gag order for what you said, we're talking about at the bench. I think our reporting about the judge being concerned about ethics may have been absolutely right. I know you can't confirm or deny, but we stand by it.
He's gagging himself and flexing. Sir, look at that bicep on the far side of the screen. Not even.
So, and we're going to stay on the prosecutor to come on here and answer these questions.
Anytime. Come on in.
Anytime. All right. Any final words, Joe? Then we'll let you go. I know you've stayed a lot more than you wanted to, and this is your day off.
You guys are great. I mean, I listened even before this. I watched you guys and listened to you guys. You're terrific.
Hey, that's me on the screen.
Different perspective for us who do this every day. You guys actually know how to analyze, and it's amazing to watch. So I love you guys. Linda, you're obviously one of my oldest friends.
Yes, Missy, yes.
I've known you for forever. So you guys are really terrific. So it's been an honor for me to be with you guys. And thanks for having Chris on. You made him so happy. But I got to tell you, Chris, he works for the Florida Panthers, right? He's a manager, data analytics manager there for the Panthers, whatever he does. He has a Stanley Cup ring now. And
it's not a Sonic.
He starts during this trial, he's obsessed with this thing. He's texting us. He texts us.
We're not obsessed with you, Joe.
They're not open. That I searched every Dunkin' Donuts. I'm like, what? And so I sent it to the trial team. And they're like, oh my God. And then he said the thing about the shooting range. He's like, because this guy said he was in the shooting range, maybe in New Jersey, whatever. And we're looking, and Chris goes online to all the Los Angeles shooting ranges, and he takes videos he looks at the website, and he said that the Los Angeles Gun Club looks exactly like this thing.
Whoa.
And that Rellie was in the video. I'm like, oh my God, it is the same. I took my car, I ran down to Los Angeles Gun Club. I'm like, is this you guys? They're like, yep. I'm like, holy cow. So that was obviously a watershed moment for us because we caught him in perjury. We caught him having access to 9mm shell casing in Los Angeles right before the incident. So many, that was, as I call it, that was a perjury miniseries right there. Because
I love that.
Shot guns. I never shot guns at a shooting gallery. I didn't have my license for then. Never shot a 9mm. Wasn't in Los Angeles. But it was like boom, 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 boom. So, and that was.
So, chat. Here's the inside scoop. Missy can confirm this, but I'm in with the Justice Served TV team. In fact, friends, we're friends and stuff. It's a big deal. I'm basically friends with Joe Tacopina. But originally, Missy, correct me if I'm wrong, Joe said yes, I could come on for an hour, and then he it changed to be 20 minutes. And so the original plan that Missy had and Michael and Linda and Dizzy had formulated kind of went out the window, and they were like, what are we going to do? And then he did stay for longer than 20 minutes. Michael and Linda were very clever. He said goodbye before that. And Michael said, can we just play that? Oh no, Linda said, can we just play that montage again? And here he is still talking, saying goodbye. Nice job. Nice job. Yes. Missy lost a couple of years of her life, I think, at the other end of her life, obviously, with the stress and the anticipation and the like, oh my godness of it all. It was. I'm so proud of you, Missy. You're very good producer. You found your flow here, I think, babe.
That was Chris. So
yeah, Chris.
I think Chris is going to come with this so hard.
You got it. It's you.
I'm going to say workshop because you get in your car. He's in Florida working for the Panthers. He looks online. You go in your car, and what are the 1,000 million investigators, police and prosecutors and DA?
Can I just say, Missy? Also, I know we spoke, but I was like honored and flummoxed, even, to use an Alessi term, that of the 3 guests you had lined up, me being one of them, that I was the one that remained. Like, thank you. That's really special. That meant a lot to me. It really helped me feel like it validated me. So thank you. It's been a stressful week. You're amazing. Every time I message you and you're still up, I'm like, oh my God, girl, I hope you put your phone on silent during the night, because I'll just text, ask Joey.
He was finding stuff. And so Rocky every day now would come to her. Did Chris say anything? Did Chris give you anything? I was like, I'll ask him. Hold on, Rocky. So
yeah, we adore them. I adore them.
He's such a great kid. You heard him. He's just
he's fabulous.
And he's very good looking, Chris Tacopina, surprisingly.
And what do we call him? What do they name him? ASAP. What did they name Chris, Michael?
No, I called him ASAP Taquito.
ASAP Taco. Oh, that's a nice one.
Yeah, ASAP Taquito. Like and everyone wants to see all the other ASAP Taquitos and the ASAP wife. Joseph, we know we have to let you go. We're going to stay on, though, with our viewers. Please stay on. We have a lot of questions to answer. There's like 500 of our subscribers, 600 in chat. And then we're also going to talk about the prosecutor. We're going to do exactly what I said. It was so cool. I was going to ask them certain questions and see if they'll come on and answer. Joe, thank you. We love you. And we'll
thank you, Joe. We love you.
And good luck. Good luck tomorrow in court tomorrow. We'll be watching.
Okay,
thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. Take care.
Amazing. So I'm pretty sure I have linked this in the description box of this particular live. If I haven't, once we're this interview, the full interview. But if you go to the Just to Serve TV channel, which you should all be subscribed to, it's right there. It was on Tuesday this week. No, Monday. My bad. Monday this week. So it's right there in the most recent live. So absolutely. Missy, Kraken says, Missy, are you a program producer showrunner as your job? You're great at it. Missy? She is now. This is her job. No, but I'm learning, Kraken. I think you're a natural. Thank you, Shorty fan. I wonder what trials Joe has coming up. I'll ask him, shall I? Jokes. I mean, I'm 1 degree of separation. I'm linked in with Chris Tacopina. That is very flattering, Missy. This can't be the end for Joe on this channel, surely. Oh no, we're going to have a whole Joe Flexback, Sexback, Tacopina channel, dedicated channel for sure. I'll crack and I'll give your email address to Missy for sure. Missy is wonderful. Have a little cry. Like, it's been a big week. It's been a big few weeks. You're killing it, man. Like, I'm so proud of you. Look at you. So good. So proud. Hey, chat. Shall we wrap this one up? I know you're all waiting for Chatty's Bay. And shall we dedicate the next hour to perusing the, oh my God, Miss Shorty merch store? Yes, we shall. Let me just swap this out here. Hey, shall I do this? This is probably going to be the last time that we have this this background here. Wait, I know you love it. It's tricky, and I'll look like a little bit of like. Let's do it. Hang on, wait. Can I do it? Oh my God, it's already starting off badly. Wait. Oh my God, it's so hard. That's what she said. Hi, I'm ASAP Rocky. Not guilty. Rah! Oh, why am I like this? Love you all. I'll be listening while I work. Yes. Need to get me some Shorty merch. Well, yes. I can't even, 5 days ago, we didn't have a merch store. I think it might have even been 3. Once more? Wait, what are you going to do? Once more. Do you want me to do it again, or was that pre me doing it? I think we've done it enough times. It was so much fun. It's very hard. That's what she said. Yay! Yay! Sit with motion, Missy. You can cry on each other's shoulders. It was the best. I'll link the verdict. I'll link the verdict stream as well into the description box. Okay, chat. I love your faces. Go and grab a drink. Go to the bathroom. Get some cheese. Whatever you need to do. Have a vape. Have a bong. Whatever. Flex back. ASAP Rocky. 30 million. It's going to be a hard no to the 30 mil. Sorry, Rellie. Sorry. Very good show. Oh, Kathleen. Fantastic. Thank you. Stick around. We're going all night. Not with Flexback, though, sadly. Yes, welcome. Welcome to Camp Shorty. Thanks, Colours. You keep us informed, and we'll keep your mind occupied while you're sitting with Bubba at the hospital. I love your faces. Thank you, mods. Thank you, Missy. Thank you, Shorties. Let's go. End one, start another. Mwah! Love you so very.
I love you all so very much. We had a blast, just chatting and stuff. Things may have gone a bit off the rails. Professional when all else fails. 'Cause chat is babe, so much to say. Emotes and all the caps out. May have been cheese, bit faster please. The time has come, Camp Shorty out. We're skating through all the tough things, learning about this and that, defense motions, prosecution, and narcissistic twats. 'Cause chat is babe, so much to say. Emotes and all the all caps out. May have been cheese, bit faster please. The time has come, Camp Shorty out. Community, just you and me. Occasionally, Buster and Poppy. It's the whole thing, Miss Shorty swing. Together we make each other happy. 'Cause chat is